Okay, hello everyone. Today we are going to proceed the practice with the arithmetic test, which is actually presented in our Word file right here. So the design what we are going to implement today presented here. So it contains three text boxes for the three different arithmetic examples. So here we can see the 6 numbers generated randomly. Also the operator in between those two numbers is also generated randomly. So that operator can be either plus, minus or multiply. So here we can see all of the three examples. So we click that button generate. Again, different random numbers may appear right here. So it means that if you will click it one more time, so another number will appear right here. So this is an example. So if we click the generator one more time, so here we can see that here minus minus. So completely random choice. So once that we generate those numbers and operators, so now our program is ready to check, to proceed our arithmetic test. So like I insert the numbers, so here we can see it's different numbers. We insert the answers, what we basically think is correct. After that we can click the button check. So and our application should verify is that answer correct or not. So here we can see the first and third is correct, second is wrong. Okay, so right here there is some kind of programming guidelines how to process our calculation, how to build our application right here. That particular code will generate only one certain line right here. So in our practice today we are going to do the same. Okay, so how to do that kind of coding. So let's come back to our to our Android Studio. Okay, make the new project. So let's call it arithmetic test practice. Okay, so arithmetic test practice. Okay, next, finish. Okay, so okay, so finally fine. So now we can see that the Grendel is working. Okay, so this is our application. So right here we will need to build the design of our application. Okay, I will stop, will not just spend the time for that. So I will come back when I will create a design of this application. Okay, so I made an interface. So what we can see here, there are like few items. Okay, the first one, this is our example one. So the text view where I'm going to display my example, my numbers. Okay, so here it's difficult to see, but this is the sign equal. That is our answer one. So here we're supposed to place our possible answer. And there is one more field, I call it comment 1. So here we are going to display, is this example correct or wrong? Two buttons, generate and check. So the generate button has the on-click property, click generate. Check button has the on-click property, click check. Okay, so now we will need to go code and like process our coding. Before doing that, let's compile our application just to see that everything is going right. Okay, something wrong. Okay, this is our application. So here we can see our first text view in order to display our numbers. So here will be our area where we are going to insert an answer, and like check procedure, our comments is right here. Okay, so good. Now let's try our program. So let's go to the coding procedure. Okay, so right here, so what we are going to do, so the first we will have to create all of our items what we basically create right here. So we need all of them 3 because I am going to use them. So the first will be our example. I will call it example 1. Okay, private edit text example 1. Okay, I do have one more, that will be my answer one, and there is one more item, but this is not edit text, this is the text view. Comment 1. Okay, just make sure that this name is not same as here. See, same. Okay, so that's why let's make it small. Okay, so here we are creating those items, like connected our items. Okay, ID. That is our example 1. Okay, so that is our answer 1. So here is answer 1. Okay, and comment 1. This is the text view. So comment 1. Okay, so the all items created. Okay, so now there are 2 buttons, so that's why let's start from that public void. Okay, so here is our click generate. Okay, click generate. What's happened? Okay, small button. Okay, click generate. So now, when we click the button generate, what actually supposed to happen right here? The first of all, so if we will come back to our application, so here we will have to, when I click the button generate, so that should display our examples. So that's why we actually need to generate all of that numbers what is given right here. So basically the whole procedure is also given in this. Okay, so the first what we need to do is to enable the random numbers. So the point here is that the random numbers need to be added like manually. So here we're supposed to add these things. Okay, the random, I think we need to add. Okay, so see what's happened. So now we do have a problem. So there are few different possible answers. Protected, public. So, and we will need to choose which one is actually the right way to go. Okay. Where is? Okay, so now what's happened? Like random, I don't know why random is not working. Okay, so how to solve that particular problem? So in general, we can just like go Google and type like random developers Android. Okay, so here this is where is like the class random what we are going to use. So you see that the object of this class is this Java random. So basically that kind of library should be added in order to use our random numbers. So what we can do, we can just copy that path, come back here and import that particular property. So now we can see, yeah, so the random start working. So for some reason, so the Java cannot really like connect that random component with our program. So sometimes we need to do it manually. So for the most of that objects, we don't really need to do that. Okay, now once that we finally enable our random numbers, okay, so now let's see how can we use them. So the first what I will have to do is to enable those three arrays. So those arrays will contain our random numbers. Okay, so here, so we do have only two. Okay, let's make 4, like 2 operators. So, okay, once again, if we will come back here, basically right here we need to generate just one single example. One example means that we will have to have only the two numbers and one operator. Just in order to like use it correctly, I will generate 4 numbers and 2 operators, but I will use only one. So if we need to add the next number into our application, we can easily do that. Okay, the answer, as long as okay, we do have 2. Okay, right now we do have like 2 operators, so that's why we will have to have 2 answers. So in this particular application, we supposed to place only the one answers right here. So but like we can add it later. Okay, so right now there are 2 examples like 2 operators and 2 answers. Okay, just in order to make it all correct, I will also add like second example. So that's why I will also stop right here. Okay, so I create like second example. So here example 2, answer 2, and the comment 2. So here we are going to place our second example. Okay, so right here, if we do have 2 examples, we will have to generate 4 numbers. Okay, so that's why we are creating the array A, which contains 4 numbers. Also creating the operator, so which will contains 2 numbers. Okay, so that operator, in fact, means 3 values. Okay, so right here, where is the description about it? Okay, so my operator may be 0. So 0 means summation, 1 means subtraction, and 2 means multiplication. So now I will have to generate this operator randomly. So, and my number can be randomly be 0, 1, or 2. So through that, our application will choose what kind of arithmetic operators we are going to use in our application. Okay, so just that particular code will generate, see that here this code generating the 6 random numbers for the 3 examples. So in our case we do need only 2 numbers, 4 numbers for 2 examples. Okay, so that's why here will be 4. Okay, important notice that numbers what we are going to generate, those numbers should be from 0 to 9. Okay, so in here, where is the way how to generate that numbers? Okay, so such kind of integer number may be either positive or negative. So just in order to avoid the negative numbers, we are using this condition. So if suddenly our number is became negative, we are just creating the positive number. Okay, so I will just keep it as it is, will not modify. Okay, so now operator. As long as we do have 2 examples, we will have to have 2 operators. Also, one important point here. As long as we do have 2 examples, we will have to have those kind of like also the 2 objects for all of our answers and comments examples. So same here, so I will just copy paste this part as long as they are exactly the same, except notice, so here just change it to 2. So finally that's all will be connected to the items what we have. Okay, so when we click the button generate, now we generate the array A, which contains 4 numbers, all numbers from 0 to 9, and also generate 2 random operators, which is the numbers. Okay, so here we are doing the modulo 3, so that numbers will be 0, 1, or 2. Okay, so now we will need to display our numbers in the screen. Okay, so here we can again go to our Word file. So here, where is this code? So that code will insert the numbers into the screen. Okay, so now let's do it for the first example. Example 1. Okay, so our operator in the position 0. Okay, now remember the operator now contains 2 numbers. So we do have 2 examples, 2 numbers. So the operator in the position 0, that is our operator in the first example here. So if the first operator 0 means that here is supposed to play plus. if that operator 1, I will have to play minus, and if 2, this is multiply. Okay, so that's why right here we will have to enable such kind of things. Okay, this is different from our code, so that's why here we are placing our example 1. Okay, see what will happen. So if my operator generated number 0 in the position 0, so means that we will need to display the summation. Okay, so that's why our example 1 will be the value a in the position 0. This is our first number, this 8. Okay, so after that plus and value in the position 1. So in this particular example, this number is 5. Okay, as long as our operator, generated operator in the position 0 is 0, so that's why I will have to place plus. Okay, so that's why if we will like execute that particular code, so we can see generated numbers and operators plus, minus, or multiply in our example. Okay, so just let's do it here. Okay, I will disable that part for now, so later we will come back it. So, and let's try to generate our numbers. Okay. Okay, what's happened? Okay, for some reason, yeah, stop working. Okay, so anyway, let's come back here. So why do I need that kind of things? See that when we generate our numbers, so see that this is the some kind of arithmetic procedure. So 8 plus 5, this is the numbers generated by the computer. Plus is also generated. So here I am going to place my answer. So that answer may be either correct or not. So means that the computer should know what is the original answer, the correct answer. So that's why the PC should complete that calculation for our code. So as long as we do have two examples, we will have to have like two answers. So that's why we generate one more array right here, so that answer will keep the correct answer for our application. Okay, so that's why here that should be the answer in the position 0, means for the first example. So in here we just simply do the summation in between generated number in the position 0 and in the position 1. So those numbers we just display in the screen. Okay, same we will have to do for our, when we do the subtraction, same when we do the multiplication. Okay, so now let's run and see what will happen. So remember, that is only the example 1. So we are not coding the example 2 yet. Okay, so here, this is our application, generate. So now we can like click the generate button. So again, the all numbers, everything what we is trying to display right here is the randomly generated numbers, and they are, it depends, finally only depends on the computer, so that will generate it as it want. So we can see the plus, minus, multiply happening, the n numbers from 0 to 9 for the both digits here for the both numbers, for example 1, it's all completely random. Okay, so the first problem solved. Now we will have to do the same for the second example. So now what to do? Once again, as long as the code will be not different for the second example, so here I will do exactly the same. So now the second example, this is the operator 1. So here, see that for the first example, a in the position 0, a in the position 1, this is our two numbers for the first example. Second two numbers will be for the example 2. Okay, so that's why here I will display a in the position 2, a in the position 3. That will be our two numbers for the example 2 and 3. Okay, same here, operator 1. Okay, so here should be example 2, example 2, example 2. So value of, so the number in the position 2, number in the position 3, number in the position 2, number in the position 3. Okay, so everywhere same here, 3, 2, 3, 1. Okay, like check operator in the position 1 equals 0, means that for the second example I supposed to play plus. Okay, so that's why in the example 2 I will display a value in the position 0 and value in the position 3. Okay, so my answer for the second example, see that difference, so here it's 0, here is 1, so that will be the a in the position 2 plus a in the position 3. Okay, so if we do the subtraction, okay, so let's modify it here, do not. Okay, so if we do the subtraction, so we display a in the position 2 minus a in the position 3. Our answer will be the corresponding to that what we just displayed. And same here. So if I want to do the multiplication, so multiplication display here, and my answer will become multiplication in between those two numbers. Okay, now if I will run, so if I will run, so now my application should generate examples for both our text line, for the both example 1 and example 2. Okay, click generate. So now, so we can see that those numbers, they all different. So those operators also very random. Okay, so this part finished. So now we will need to code our button check. Okay, so definitely this is our public void click check view. So what's supposed to happen here? See again, if we will come back to our application, so I supposed to insert the correct answer, like the answer from the user. So that answer will be displayed in the text field. Okay, so means that I will have to read those numbers from my text field. Okay, so now see that the answer 1, answer 2, that was the text field for our answer. So means that we will have to read the text from those both items. Okay, so and we are going to convert those numbers from our text view. So here, as long as our answer array is the integer, so we are going to create an integer number. Integer answer 1, okay, equal integer first integer. So in here, this is our component, which is the answer 1. Okay, to string. Okay, so this is our answer 1. We actually can make the answer to else. So answer to else will be the text from the answer 1. Okay, now if our answer 1 equal to, okay, so here we can see, like, check example 1. So answer 1, this is the answer given in our field answer 1. So if our answer 1 will be the same as array answer in the position 0, let's call it user answer to make it more clear. User answer 2. So okay, so if those two numbers same, so means that the comment what we are displaying here is correct. Okay, so that's why the comment 1, that will be the text what I supposed to display. So here will be the correct. So else, so here will be wrong. So if the user's answer is not equal to the calculated answers in our example, I will display wrong. So the same check procedure I will do for the example 2. So if my the answer for the second example is not same as the answers what was calculated for the second example, so this is wrong. So if those two numbers same, so we do have a correct. Okay, now let's check. Okay, so now if we will generate our numbers, okay, so here let's play 5 and 4. Okay, 1 minus 8 is minus 7. I placed the wrong number here, so I supposed to see the wrong over here. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So now if I will click button check, okay, that's not working. Okay, let me see what's happened. Okay, so let's come back. So here the problem was with this, I forgot get text. So that should be the get text to string. Okay, so now if we will launch our application, so we can see like the working application. So now we will click that many times, that generate many different examples. And for example here we can place like 9. So here let's make 1. Okay, check. So the first is correct, the second is wrong. Okay, that is fine. So now let's do some kind of extra corrections. For example, when I click the button generate, see my previous answers keep displaying here. So we will need to disable those kind of answers. So what we can do, so means that when we click the button generate, so our previous answers should be removed from our text fields. So here, so this is our button generate, so and we will also have to clean our buttons. Okay, set text. Okay, so in here nothing. Same for the answer 2. Set text, nothing. Okay, and for the comment 1, set text. So here I use dots. Same for the comment 2. Set text, dots. Okay, now let's see what will happen. Okay, so click generate. So here place our answer 115, button check, correct wrong. So if you click the button generate, so that's update our numbers. Okay, so that's all for today. So this is the explanation for the very simple arithmetic test. So later we will discuss how to make a little bit more complex arithmetic test applications. So that's all.